This is the last thing between you and everything you're trying to escape. 320 acres in Montana, a log home under the crazy mountains, a river full of trout, and $6.5 million buys you the one thing money almost can't, a place where nobody can find you. But here's what makes this ranch different from every other one we've shown you. It's not the biggest, it's not the most expensive. It might be the most important, because a place like this isn't the end of a story. It's the start of one, and you'd be the founder. For 1,000 years, people came to these exact mountains to disappear from their world and figure out who they were. Today, you can own 320 acres at their feet and become the ancestor your family remembers a century from now. Let me show you. Step outside your door and this is what answers you. Open grazing pasture, cross-fenced and ready for cattle and horses, rolling up toward the crazy mountains, standing front and center on the horizon. No neighbors close enough to see. Just land, sky, and the kind of silence you forgot existed. And you have water, which out here is everything. The Shields River country runs through this valley, cold, clear, full of trout, and the ranch carries senior water rights. In Montana, that's not a footnote. Water is power, and the oldest rights get first claim. You'd hold some of the oldest. Land, water, mountains. The three things a dynasty is built on. Now, the home. And the home is a proper Montana log house, hand-stacked timber, glowing warm against the mountains at dusk. Step inside and it wraps around you. A stone fireplace that climbs to the ceiling, a fire already going, leather chairs, and a loft staircase built from the same timber. This isn't a trophy. It's a place you actually live. The kitchen is warm pine and a big island where the family gathers. The master bedroom opens through glass doors straight onto the crazy mountains. You wake up to that view. There's a wood stove in the sitting room, a jutted tub, and a timber-framed study with rodeo posters where the ranch gets run. Every window pulls the mountains inside. It's warm, it's real, and it's enough. Not a trophy, the roof your family's story begins under. So what do you do out here? You work. You run cattle and horses across your own pasture. You mend fence at first light with the mountains going pink. You learn the river, the seasons, the animals. This isn't a vacation, it's a life, and it asks something of you. That's exactly why it heals what the city breaks. And when the work is done, this is the reward money can't usually buy. Quiet. Real quiet. You sit on your porch, the crazies turn gold, and for the first time in years, nothing is asking for your attention. Out here, you finally exhale. And you should know, the ground you're standing on is holy. Those mountains filling your windows. The crazy mountains were sacred to the Apsaluk, the Crow people, for 1,000 years. They called them Awaksawipia. This was where a person went, alone, to fast and seek a vision to find out who they were meant to become. Think about that. For centuries, people came to this exact country to escape the noise of their world and find their purpose. You'd be doing the same thing they did, just with a deed. The mountains don't know the difference. Even the river carries history. The Shields was named for John Shields, one of the men who came through with Lewis and Clark, opening the American West 200 years ago. Explorers, visionaries, pioneers, everyone who passed through this valley was chasing a beginning. Now it's your turn. 1,000 years of beginnings, and you're next in line. Now, 320 acres won't swallow a city. It's about half a square mile. But picture this. That's 128 baseball fields laid side by side, and all of it is yours. Here's the thing about dynasties, though. They don't start big. They start with one person, one piece of ground, and the will to hold it. This is more than enough to begin. Every empire of land in Montana started as somebody's first ranch. This would be yours. Now the numbers? Fast. Montana, no sales tax. Property tax under 1%, lower still is agricultural land. No state estate tax. No inheritance tax. And at $6.5 million, you're well under the $15 million federal exemption. So you pass this whole ranch to your kids and grandkids, and the government takes nothing. Nearest hospital and airport, about an hour in Bozeman. Nearest town, tiny Wilsall, just up the road. The land moves down the bloodline clean, exactly how a dynasty is supposed to work. Quick question. For a legacy ranch like this, is $6.5 million a fair price or too rich? Tell me in the comments. And if you can see yourself waking up to those mountains, coffee in hand, your own land running to their feet, do me a favor and hit that like button. It genuinely helps us find the next one. Subscribe for a new impossible place every week. And there's a super thanks button below if you want to fuel the search. So how does a founder make the land pay its own way? Quietly and in more ways than you'd think. You run cattle, cow-calf pairs on your own grass, sold every fall. You lease grazing to neighbors. You cut and sell hay off the meadows. And those senior water rights? In dry Montana years, water itself has real value. Cattle is Montana's #1 product, over $1 billion a year, and the state runs second only to Texas in ranch land. You'd be joining the real thing. Add the quieter modern options, a hunting lease, a cabin rented to travelers chasing the same escape you found, even carbon credits for keeping the land wild. None of it makes you rich overnight. That's not the point. The point is a ranch that carries itself, holds its value, and grows more precious every year your family owns it. That's not an expense. That's an inheritance that pays rent. Now the honest part. This life is not soft. Montana winters are long and hard, and this valley gets snowed in. You're remote. The nearest real town is tiny Wilsall, and you're about an hour from Bozeman for a hospital, an airport, and a grocery run that isn't a quick errand. And the land doesn't run itself. Cattle, water, fence, hay, it's real work in every season. But that distance is the whole point. Everything you're trying to escape can't reach you out here. And an hour from Bozeman means the modern world is still there when you actually need it, just not close enough to bother you. So maybe you run cattle, maybe you just come here to disappear and breathe. Or maybe you do the biggest thing a person can do with a piece of land. You start something that outlives you. 320 acres, under mountains men have come to for 1,000 years to figure out who they are. Picture your first morning. Coffee on the porch, steam rising, the crazy mountains catching the first gold light. Your land quiet all the way to their feet. One day, your grandchildren will stand right here and say, "This is where our family began." So tell me in the comments, would you build a cattle empire here, or keep these 320 acres as your private escape from the world? Welcome home.